was just asking me if I'm enjoying my time in Los Angeles.
Yeah.
And I am. It's a fun city.
Yeah.
Well, when you're off jousting every weekend, of course.
I'm motherfucking jousting,
That had some magical moments in it.
Pretty sure that's how they say it.
Yeah.
Now, I know everyone's very excited to find out what happened.
Yes.
In my night training at...
I mean, there's
yes,
already
Maggie's suddenly gone, oh, that thing, yeah.
No, it had a great moment. The moment where the guy's about to charge you with the long jousting stick and you're like, how fast are you gonna come?
Yeah.
Oh,
Not a lot of times do you say
I was
that.
like, wow. That was great. It was a good moment.
I mean, when
There's so
something
many-
that big is just coming at you so fast, there's no time to think.
It's a lot, it's confusing.
And normally you don't have protection.
Well, it's a good thing you were wearing protection.
Lucky I was wearing a helmet.
Thank goodness.
Because it's at the end of it, there's, you know, it comes at you as one big thing, but then by the end of it, there's so many, it's just all everywhere. It's just like all over you.
When the jousting stick shatters.
Yeah.
You mean?
Well, at least you were holding a panty shield.
We're still talking about sex, right? Sex with Dave.
Wait.
What?
Did I? What?
Huh?
What?
So, of course, when we last left our hero, me, he had amazingly made sparks fly from a sword before braving the big pointy stick of Sir Dave. Does he, me, succeed in his quest to earn his place at the round table? Are these just rhetorical questions designed to annoy you for no good reason? No, we do have more footage. Here it is.
Purposeful on his quest to become a knight, the journey continues for one man. Deterred he is not by his earlier failures and soiled pants. The show must go on.
Dave, I am kitted up and ready to go. Do I get my sword now?
No. No, you're gonna be holding a flag. You're gonna walk out there and...
Oh, this is for the opening procession. Of course, I've got to ingratiate myself to the crowd. I've got to introduce myself. I've got to get out there and show them my swagger so that they cheer for me during the night.
Sure.
It's starting. Go time.
The celebration has begun!
Don't freak out. Don't freak out if I go out there and make it happen. Okay? It's gonna be cool. It's gonna be cool. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Are we going? Do I hold it in front of me or behind me? I'll follow you, what you do. I mean, that was the best flag bearing. Oi, hold that. Yeah, thanks. So, obviously I rocked that like it was going out of fashion, so I'm ready to go. Sword is down. Let's give me my sword. I'm gonna chop some heads off. My lance, I'm gonna explode over somebody's shield? What's that?
That's a rake.
Oh, I see. I'm gonna come at someone with a rake, hand-to-hand style.
Well, so to speak. Yeah, the horses are gonna crap on the ground, and you're gonna pick it up with that.
Wait a minute, I'm a pooper scooper guy? Ah.
Exactly.
So, as the show got underway, what was supposed to be my crowning moment swiftly took a back seat to a different type of crowning.
I just want you to know I got your back. If you concentrate on the show, because if you need to drop one, I'm there. I'll be there in a heartbeat, okay?
Poop on the arena. Repeat, a poop on the arena. Thank you.
Here it is, go time. I've been told that a horse has taken a poo out in the actual arena. This is my moment to shine. Here we go. Where is it? I'm cleaning up the dung. And the Red Knight Pooper Scooper guy. Thank you. Here it is, here it is, here it is. This is it. It's a special moment. They said to me, you'll never make it out there. You're not a real pooper. Scooper, look at that. Excelsior! Enjoy your meal. Enjoy your meal. Wow, that just happened. That just happened. Did you see me? Did you see what I did? There was this horse, and the horse was like, oh, I just did that. And I just was like, what else? I just went out with my rake. No, listen. And then I picked it up, and people were like, what are you doing? They're like, there's poo there, and you're picking it up. And I was like, yeah, that's what I'm doing.
It's like you had done it before.
Yeah, it was. It's just like, I was just feeling it. It was fun. It was like I'd do it again if I had to. Woo! What a rush, am I right?
A night thee, Sir Rove. The Pooper Scooper realm. Arise, sir.
Thank you, Dave.
Thank you.
It was a very powerful moment. The tears were purely because there was a lot of horseshit around, so... but yeah, I succeeded. There you go. I cannot tell you enough. If you get the chance, you have to go to medieval times. Purely, if for no other reason than to see the guy who every time will call out, "Medieval times! The blue lights!"
It kind of had James
amazeballs.
Yeah.
Now, Maggie, I have to say, congratulations on the latest Twilight flick.
Oh,
It's going to be
thank you.
massive. It's going to be massive.
Yeah, it was
Breaking
a lot of
Dawn,
fun.
Part 2. There's werewolves, there's vampires, there's baby vampires.
It's like medieval times.
It's like
but
medieval
on the
times. Now, you have just come in towards the end of what is a very big franchise.
Yeah.
Is it an intimidating thing to come into at this point?
No, it's a lot of fun. I mean, you know, if you've seen the films, and you know, everyone's like, "Oh, was it like high school?" You know, you come in your train, you're like, "Can I sit at your table?" But no, everybody's really sweet and welcoming, and it was a lot of fun. Except I play kind of everyone thinks it's the villain. I think she's just tragically misunderstood. But when you're dealing with a fan base that's that passionate, you know, it's
Do you have to deal with what are they called?
Twihards.
Twihards.
Yes. I'm thinking about writing a musical called Twihards Forever. But it sort of sounds
taking out
like
a pen idol.
That sounds like What About Dick, doesn't it?
Well, it sounds like an ad for Viagra.
What would Twihard the
But-
musical be about?
Well, you know, we could have...
First you don't succeed, try again.
So of all the fans you have to deal with, so you've got the Twihards, you've got the Taken Knights,
Losties.
and the Losties.
Yeah,
You've got
creative
Losties as
names.
well. Like you're part of like 3 really hardcore fan bases. That's
But
intimidating.
very different. But Losties are more detail-oriented. Like, they're, you know, after my own Virgo heart. Like, they will freeze-frame things and expect you to Like, I remember they would freeze a frame of like, someone handing a driver's license in a scene, and they'd zero in on the birthday on the driver's license, and they'd say, well, it's the age of Christ, therefore this character is a biblical allegory. You know, they'd just expand on it, and we'd be like, yes, that is what the writer intended, absolutely. Because it's been thought out that much.
Now, Kate, you have Walshies.
I do.
That's your
do.
fan base.
Yeah, it is. It is. It's self-named Walshies, which was actually a nickname for me in high school, Walshie.
But the reason I asked because I found a publication.
I know.
that it's almost your equivalent of O magazine.
Perhaps.
It is Walshies.
Wow.
No.
Now this is a real thing. We have not made this up.
No, it's not. This
So
is
how did
actually
this
my
come
very
about?
own publication. So be careful with that.
It's a it's the insert fell out.
Oh, snap. Yeah.
Oh,
it's a
that's a bit
boyfriend. It's
confronting.
a billionaire boyfriend.
Oh, whoa.
Yeah,
that's
whoa,
right.
look at that. That's
Wow, there's very little clothing
that's a
happening.
bit of raunch
That's
going
my
on.
belly button.
You can keep that.
All
There
right.
you go.
Yeah. Take it easy, everybody.
That's why I have separate bedrooms.
I don't know if you're aware of this, Eric, but your fans have a magazine for you as well. It's called Teen Idol. Look at that. Did you know that existed?
Oh. What's the centerfold like?
Very, very confronting centerfold.
Oh, my.
Now, Kate, I would like to ask a question. Do you ever
Miley
think
Cyrus.
that in Walshie magazine, or even on the cover, we will see one of these photos?
Uh-oh.
That is you?
All right. I can't believe I let you have that picture. That, yes.
So when was that taken?
That was taken in Japan in
When that turned up on our producer's computer, I just went...
1987.
Oh, mama.
Yeah. It's sort of...
So how did it come about that you were a model in Japan? though?
No, I went there to teach English conversation when I was in college, and this is 1987, so it was quite a long time ago. And a friend of mine from high school who got me the jobs teaching English, and it was a great cultural experience. It was this amazing thing. They're like, "Hey, I have a friend who's a modeling agent, and we're looking for Americans." And I was like, "Oh yeah, all right. How much does it pay?" And they're like, "Yeah, you can. We think you could do it." And then they basically broke me like one of those horses in the Rennie place. Yeah, it was like, you know, but it was, yeah, I modeled for a moment, but it was kind of too big for everything. Like I was like Godzilla a little bit. Yeah.
Oh, you were too tall?
Yeah, a little too tall.
Ah.
Yeah, and a little too big. Like my hands couldn't fit in the bowling balls. This was in the 80s. Like this is true. I have big peasant hands.
Hang on.
Bowling balls come up a lot in modeling?
Well, I'm just saying, I was there for 3 months.
Fit in the bowling ball.
Is that a weird?
Is that a euphemism? I don't know what it could possibly be.
That. They're in my head. No, I went bowling in Japan. I lived there for a while. You look for things to do when you're in, in Japan.
Your hands are too big. I thought, wouldn't there be a universal...
I was just too big for the country. Let's just be, all right?
There's two things I'm obsessed about with Japan, having never been.
Yeah.
One is that apparently you can get underwear from
I knew
vending
you were going to
machines.
say. I knew you were going to go there.
Because I'm a guy.
Beautiful culture, and then you're going to go for the underwear. And then
Knickers in the machine. And weird food. Like it seems like there's not much they won't eat.
That's true. Well, I told when I went, this was like a cultural exchange for me. I was like 20 at the time, or 19, and I was like, all right, whatever. I'm going to eat everything they've
Yes.
I don't want to be a rude American. So I was in Tokyo like the first week, and they fried up some crickets. It was like a bowl of fried crickets.
Nice.
And I was like, all right, don't mind if I do. Do it all the time. And was like, this is awful, but I'm, gonna. And then I was like, they're like, oh, this is a very traditional Japanese cuisine. And then I went on to the rest of the country, and no one's
heard of it.
They're like, not since the war. And
when Russians were telling down.
it was like, oh, well.
I went to Japan for the opening of Spamalot. They did it in there, and they served spam sushi.
I've seen that.
Which is disgusting.
They have that in Hawaii.
They have their own
Yeah.
spam. Of course they do.
All right, well,
Oh my God.
enjoy your meal wherever you are watching this. Maybe just a little bit of a chaser. When we come back, oh, it's back. The random question hat.